I was going through my invoices one night, not even looking for anything. I was just cross-checking. And I noticed something. The price that my vendor charged me 2 months ago wasn't the same price that I paid last week. It had gone up per bundle by $2, $3, just different charges here and there. Then I checked another invoice. $2 here, $3 here, then another invoice, the same thing. This vendor has been adding small amounts to my invoices for months without even me noticing. I didn't notice this because the numbers were so small that you could easily miss it. That was the day that I realized that I had been played. And the worst part, this was just one red flag. There are actually 8 red flags that I have learned to spot, and most beginners don't even know they're being played until it costs them thousands. So today, I am walking you through all of them. But there's one in particular, and I think this one is the most dangerous, and it's number 6. I'm going to start with the one that happened to me recently because it's still fresh. Small price change to your invoices, $2 here, $3 there. Most people don't even catch this because when you're running a business, you're restocking, you're replying to clients, you're shipping, you're literally busy. And what happens is you don't sit down and compare invoices from different months. But I'm telling you right now, do it. Open your last 5 invoices from the same vendor and check them side by side. If the same product, the same length of hair, the same bundle has 3 different prices across invoices and nobody has told you about the price increase, it's not inflation. That is what you call deception. And that's the kind of thing that slowly eats into your profits without you ever feeling it. So drop a comment. Let me know, have you ever compared your invoices? Be honest. This second one is related, but slightly different. Some vendors don't just have stable pricing. You message them on Monday, it's one price. You message them on Friday, it's another price. Even if the quality is good, you cannot build a business on a supplier that shifts their prices depending on their mood. Your pricing has to be consistent for your customers. And in order for that to happen, your vendor pricing needs to be consistent for you. If they can't give you a proper price list and they keep coming back with different prices, that's a no for me. The third red flag is slow communication, and I need you to hear me out. If you've bought from a vendor, and I mean paying customer and not a new inquiry, and they're taking 2 to 3 days to respond to a simple message, you need to run, because think about it. If they're this slow when everything is fine, imagine when something goes wrong. What happens when your order is late? What happens if the hair is damaged or you need a replacement? Especially when you have a client waiting. You don't want to be chasing a vendor who acts like you're an inconvenience. Honestly, for me, that's a big red flag. Now, this next one happens quite a lot. What you ordered and what you got from the vendor should definitely match. This sounds obvious, but you will be surprised. Different texture, lighter weight, different tone. And the most important one for me is the knot. When they show you a single knot via picture or via video, and then the closure gets to you with like triple knots, and you're thinking, what is going on here? And you know what they do? When you get this kind of vendors that are quite inconsistent with what they deliver to you, when you bring it up, some of them are very quick to gaslight you. Oh, it must be the lighting. And this can happen even with a vendor that you've actually been buying from. This actually happened to me where I have been ordering from this vendor. I think this was like my 3rd or 4th order with them. And whenever I order from vendors, I kind of increase the order as I go. Like I always share in my videos. I don't do like a one batch order. I just increase it as I go. So I ordered from this vendor. I got the shipment. The hair came. The bundles, there was a lot of flyaways. I could just see so many flyaways with the bundles. And then when I went over to the closure to check out the closure, I could see that they were like triple knotted at the back and the front of it was double knotted. And I immediately knew, okay, these people are trying me because this is not what they send. But because I've increased the order just a little bit, they were trying to squeeze in bad bundles and bad closures. So I went to this vendor and I said to this vendor, okay, the closure that you've given me is really bad and you need to sort this out. It was like, oh no, I think you're getting it wrong. When you bleach it, it should be okay. When you bleach the knot, it should be okay. You are a professional. You should be able to do it because you're professional. And I was like, why are you trying to gaslight me? So if the hair arrives and it doesn't match the hair that you've paid for, and they're now making excuses instead of actually replacing it, I don't even care if they replace it. For the fact that they have sent it intentionally, that is my sign to leave. And that should be your sign too. And honestly, this is the kind of thing that I am going to continuously talk about in Ori's Hair Room. It's my membership for hair business owners who actually want to grow properly. We cover things like vendor direction, products to use, color techniques, and content that convert. Everything, because figuring it out alone is quite exhausting. So if you want a space where you can ask this real vendor question and get real answers instead of finding out the hard way like I did, the link is in the description. If it's still on, you can join. If not, you can get on the waiting list so that you get notified once it reopens. Okay, back to the red flags, because the next one is the one that I warned you about. This one is sneaky because the hair is usually fine, but the vendor is sneaky with shipping or PayPal fee. 1 week, shipping is $500. Next week, shipping is $750. And then you get the week after, they're telling you the shipping is now $1,000. Same weight, same destination. Nothing has changed except what they feel like charging you. This is why I always ask for shipping price lists, because trust me, they try to charge you more with shipping prices or PayPal prices. Okay, this is the one I said is the most dangerous. You'll be scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, and then you'll notice that 3, 4, or even sometimes 5 vendors are posting the exact same product pictures or reels. Same angle, same lighting, same hair. This happens because none of them are actually vendors. They are what you call middlemen. So what they are doing is they are buying from the same factory and selling to you at markup. And the funny thing is the real vendor is somewhere else. So what happens is you're paid a middleman fee without even knowing it. And a good example is green hair. Is it green hair or Greenland hair? Messed up vendor. Like, honestly, they are really terrible. My thing is always ask for original content. Ask to see the same hair in a different lighting, especially when you're claiming it's raw hair. I always ask for real footage. Like I ask for real warehouse footage, and most suppliers, real suppliers will have this. A real vendor will actually hop on a video call with you. They will show you the warehouse, they will show you the hair, they'll show you the packaging, especially when they know that you're going to be a big customer to them. And this is where your conversation with them matters. Going as a professional will make sure that they also come to you as a professional. And showing you all of this literally takes them about 5 minutes. But scammers, they always have a reason why they can't actually show you. Things like the camera is broken, the warehouse is not open today, even though it's not a bank holiday. They will send you photos instead or videos without a face so that you don't link it to another vendor. And no, if you're about to spend $1,000 with a vendor, a 5 minutes video call is not a big ask. And the thing is, a good vendor will actually offer you this before you even ask them. Now, there are some vendors that are really annoying. There was a particular vendor that would not stop asking me, do you want to do a video call? Do you want to do a video? I'm like, calm down. I haven't even decided yet. But his willingness to actually tell me and let me know gave me that trust that I know that, okay, this is not too bad, because I eventually accepted to do a video call and I was able to see the factory and I even received the hair and I absolutely loved it. The next one is payments. If a vendor only accepts a form of payment that has zero protection, this is a big red flag for me. Things like Western Union, Zelle, or some things like Cash App. Honestly, there is no protection whatsoever. And I also do not think that Wise protects you in any way. In my opinion, I don't see any protection that comes with Wise. I have used Wise quite a lot, but this is where I am willing to take the risk. And it's usually not a lot of money. It's a lot of money because any penny is a lot of money. And if you're not able to accept some sort of protection, that's a hard no for me. At the absolute minimum, they should be willing to do a bank transfer. And when I say bank transfer, because you're transferring internationally, they should be more than happy to offer you the IBAN number, the bank name, the address, so that you can do a bank transfer. And you can also call this international payment. And if they say they can't do that, ask yourself why, because usually they don't want the paper trail. Western Union, anyone can pick up money off Western Union. And even when you're using Western Union is telling you clearly that there's no protection at all. When you're testing, always test in little batches so that you don't end up giving them a lot of money, just in case if anything happens. And here's the bigger truth in all of this. Your air vendor isn't just your supplier. This is also your business partner. Your entire business depends on them showing up consistently, honestly, and professionally. So if you go into business with someone that lies about their prices or ghosts you for like hours, or ghost you for 3 days or 4 days, I wouldn't mind a day because everyone is busy. But if they completely ghost you for a long time, they refuse to show their face, or they won't want to do a paper trail, then don't do it. Don't go with this vendor. These are major red flags for me. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these red flags have you experienced? Drop the number in the comment. Which of these have you experienced? And if I've actually missed any red flags, let me know in the comments. Now, here's what most people don't even realize. Even after a vendor passes every single checks, there is one thing that can actually tank your hair business. And it has nothing to do with your hair vendor. And it's something most hair businesses get wrong in the first year. And I am going to cover this in my next video, so subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you want real support as you grow, real vendor direction, real color training, real content guidance, Q&A calls, a place where you can ask questions and get answers without having to figure it out all alone, Ori's Hair Room is where you can do all of that. Link is in the description. If it's still available to join, you can join. If not, you can just go onto the waiting list so that you get notified when it reopens. Thank you so much for your likes, for your comments. I really appreciate it. It's day 26 out of 100, and I'll see you tomorrow.